guess it's time for Myanmar to stretch up a bit, welcome back what they're doing. I mean, there's no the way they played it, they were amazing. You know, on a micro level, the Serena was on a good start. Yellow Flash was doing all the side steps and outmaneuvering inside the Philippines. But I guess when it comes to their overall team play, the way they understand the economy in the game, maybe that's where they need to stretch up a bit and maybe change it up. And I honestly feel that we are going to a game number 3, Chantel, going Myanmar. But what about you? Yeah.
Yeah, for that one actually, before while I was preparing, I was actually expecting a 20-minute game. Even for I guess the 3 games aren't sufficient to actually showcase the potential of these both teams. But for Philippines, yesterday their performance it's just more on the idea that. They're just in for the third push, but this is the Philippines that is ready to actually butcher the players of Myanmar. Although for Myanmar, yes, they have the Selena. I'm just thinking that they should actually go for the aggressiveness if they have the Selena. For the Philippines earlier, they went in for that kind of aggression to actually negate that Selena. So it's kind of scary for Myanmar. So they should be prepared in terms of that. And you actually mentioned earlier the gap in terms of the experience.
That's right.
Yes, you're up against the gold. That is a factor. But for the early part of the game, for the unupgraded jungle item, it's not a good. It's not of a bit a good. Issue, or it's not an issue for the early stages of the game in terms of equipment. So I guess for Myanmar, they should be mindful of the lanes, because every minion wave is just crucial to feed these players in terms of damage.
Sure. You can see now that instead of going for the Selena, Myanmar just opts to go for the Louis, which is their comfort pick. There's a little bit of problem with having the Selena in the game before. And while it's true that the Selena was popping off, we can see a lot of stuns landed by the arrow, and even the damage output was there. The bigger problem that they had was wave clear. Myanmar didn't have an existing wave clear in their side. This time, they will have the Louis. So that's what you get from the support. Imagine for Philippines, they had Q, that even if Q dies a lot, the fact that he's just a support, a utility for the team, and doing the wave clear for the Philippines, that really helped a lot when it comes to first gun. And in fact, Myanmar just straight up banned it out, because they know how Philippines are using this. And that prompts Philippines to go for the Selena pick, and they're gonna show Myanmar how it's done.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier actually for Team Philippines, or specifically for BREN Esports, this is the kind of hero that is a kryptonite for them. So for them using this, so it's kind of a gamble for them if they're not prepared for the Selena pick. I'm not really sure if it's gonna work out, knowing that this is a Team Myanmar they're facing. But then again, for Myanmar, it's going to be the Luoyi, which was the hero that made the headlines, or made it through the headlines for the majority of the early stages of our group stage. So for Myanmar, it's gonna be the combo of this Luoyi and Atlas, but it comes to the point wherein we have to compare this hyper carries. We have the Lancelot versus this Bruno. For the late game, yes, it's totally gonna be the Bruno's edge. But for the late game, it will be a problem for him, because the Lancelot could really dive in on the back ends.
All right, so this time they will go for the Jawhead, now X-Borg for Philippines. By the way, I just want to say that we are discovering new heroes for Flap TZ. Back before, we were just going for the standard other heroes like the Thams and the Uranus. I like that he showed us the Esmeralda before. It was great. I think that we need to put if you're side of the Philippines, if you're from Philippines, if you're supporting Philippines, you'll be happier team fight. You have only one tackle at a certain point. So hopefully this will when I watched Bruno played by Yellow Flash before, I was so amazed, and hopefully we get to be amazed once again.
Yeah, although Wolf for this Uranus pick, I'm feeling for Philippines, it will be difficult for them to burst this one out. They need the Abyssal Arrow plus finishing play here for Carl TC. So it is going to be a battle of the side lanes here now for the both teams. We've mentioned that earlier, having a yellow flash on this Bruno pick actually. Well, we saw him, we saw the other players or Royal Milk standing out or standing strong with this Bruno pick together with yellow flash. So I guess for Philippines, they should focus more on negating the side lanes, or else that will be a problem for them. But again, Flap TZ on this Thomas. I guess for Flap TZ, what's good with having this kind of lineup or this kind of hero for him is that they're just good for the offensive play. But then again, a DK almost low alive. He's still alive against the Philippines.
The bigger part of having the Selena is you always have that very speedy take of the jungle. And in fact, with all of the waves that they have cleared, Philippines are looking to invade the orange buff. Lusty with a jump. Now still, that's a steal, I mean, from Philippines. As Flap TZ and Carl TZ and Few are here. Lusty gonna be chased down. Damage from Louis is not gonna cut it. The arrow misses coming out from Few, but it's already mission accomplished for Philippines. And now, the masters of EXP, Chantel, Team Philippines, they're economically, their gold lead is just 200. But when it comes to the EXP, it's already at 1,000. More than 1,000 EXP lead, which if you look at their levels now, Flap TZ is gonna get level 4. That's level 4 as well for Carl TZ, Lusty almost 4. And the rest of the gang almost at 4. While Team Myanmar, they still have players who are at level 2. That's actually really bad for Myanmar at this point.
Yeah, actually, if you have a team, if you have a team that is on the edge in terms of experience, you're just saying to the enemy team that they're ready for the team fight. Know that Philippines is really for the AOE together with this damage that could be brought by Cortese on this Lancelot. For Myanmar, though, we could see actually that they have a slow facing in terms of their minion waves. They're just preparing Yellow Flash for the latter part of the game. But Royal Milk is down. He is killed here by Team Philippines actually, so that is a bit of a problem for Myanmar. For Philippines though, we have you for the Selena. He's just ready to give the information for the team, and this time around they will try to actually get this buff of Myanmar because we have Royal Milk getting ready for that vacation. Buff has been secured here, or has been stolen by Philippines.
And you will wonder how Philippines is still leading by so much when it comes to XP, but not when it comes to gold, because they sacrifice the fact that their presence in the map is not that good, but the fact that they are taking away so much from Myanmar makes it so that it is still a very good trade. Like, the gold is not that different, but when it comes to the XP, they're leading by a lot. They have all of their ultimates available. They will try to fight DK. There's the Fatal Links on to 2. Real Milk, maximum charge. Now, in forward. That's going to be Atlas down first. Cartesian in trouble. Going to be chased down. But with the help of his teammates, he's not going to be able to survive. Then again, Captain Time going to be caught. There's the exchange kill. Yellow Flash finds the opening. Look at that. And gets the purple buff as well. No, he wasn't able to do so because Rebo was there just in time to get it.
Yeah, but then again, for Team Myanmar, the credit is just there for Yellow Flash. Okay, we could actually see him secure a kill for Team Myanmar. FU is also down with that missile from Royal Milk. I guess for Philippines, they should be mindful in terms of team fight. But then again, Lusty goes in for the dive. It's gonna be a double kill here for this Jawhead. Rebo low on life. And Schecter plays a triple kill for Royal Milk. So for Philippines, yes, they are the upper hand earlier, but for Myanmar, in terms of team fight, they're just there. We can see Flap TZ and Cortese turning the tables around, the damage, the fatal legs for DK hit, and then he goes for the out. But then Flap TZ sees him, double kill for this attempts, and Cortese low on life, but he's gonna back away. He was able to escape that series of events. Again, Myanmar, we're now tied at 6-6.
6-6 at this point. Myanmar have recovered, so this is such a big recovery from their side. And I did say that this is gonna be an amazing Bruno play. I think Yellow Flash, his attention to detail is just so good. His attention to the game is just so excellent at this point that even I want to say that even when he is not that farm compared to the opposing course, he's still able to find the good angles. And he knows exactly how much range he's had with this Bruno. And you can see him even attacking through the walls, knowing how much range he has against his opponents. And is able to land those crucial shots. He's now up at 1-0 and 2 with 2.8k. a little bit near the Lancelot, but Cartesi is just so well farmed at this point.
Yeah, but you've mentioned the Yellow Flash. That is really commendable how he places himself in the map. Sure, a team fight is difficult for Myanmar. I mean, for Philippines to actually counter him because he's just on maybe I guess the boundary of his range, and then their heroes for Philippines here. But then again, for Team Myanmar, all they need to do is actually take down a single turret against Philippines right there and there. Philippines will be on a complex situation. They have the Selena, which is low for the aggressiveness, but if they lose a single turret, actually, it will be difficult here for Philippines on this game. We have Laptizi on the aggressiveness, but we have Yellow Flash on the kind of range and damage that he is bringing for Team Myanmar. Here comes another turtle, Lusty on that initiation. Actually, DK is down, guys. The damage is just there because of the wave of the world. Sam dives in. Low players or low life players here for Philippines. They're just gonna back away. Royal Milk with that flicker. Flat TC low on life though. They're still alive. Lusty comes in for to dive in, just to counter out, just to stop Royal Milk, and that's the end of the team fight. What a good way for Myanmar to zone out the players of Team Philippines. Cartesi is actually gonna steal that turtle. I'm not really sure though if that was a good trade if he is killed by Myanmar.
It is not a good trade at all. You wanna, as a Lancelot, you always wanna be there in cities. You always wanna be up and alive almost all the time. You want to minimize your deaths because your deaths by having 30 seconds means that you're losing about 1,000 or so gold, right? Because you always want to farm and farm and farm. That's the thing with Lancelot. You always have to pose that threat against your opponents, and that trade-off for Cartesi is so crippling. I think, you know what? The deaths on Lancelot or Ling or those kinds of heroes, you can even say they count as 2 deaths, right? If there's 2 deaths on Cartesi, always think, oh, he has already died 4 times. That's how you treat and put value on deaths on valuable heroes like this. Because Lancelot, he needs to be up almost all the time. And if you compare that to the Bruno can die so much, but if he's farming, it's okay. There's a I have to say this. There's a ceiling for the Lancelot that if you don't farm so much in the late game, you're not gonna matter that much.
Yeah, you're not gonna matter totally if majority of your Team Myanmar already has the immortality. You just go in for the damage, but there's no finisher actually for Team Philippines. So this early game is really crucial for them. Although we can see him with that blade of Heptasis, they just need to actually get the turrets against Team Myanmar. For Myanmar though, what's good about this team is actually they have the Jawhead that could single target this Lancelot. We've seen that earlier. Cartesi was isolated by that Jawhead. Then again, on the bottom lane, we have Laptizi together with you. They're gonna kill with a mega kill actually for this Thumbstone. It's gonna be a battle. DK comes in for the team fight. Lusty is there for the backup though. It's gonna be 2 versus 2. The battle of the side lanes. Laptizi low on life. You have Sam taking down this Thams of Philippines.
Oh wow, that was a very surprising kill actually, going out from well, I mean, surprising turn of events for Myanmar for me because they kind of slipped up, and Philippines, knowing that they already saw their opponents like making a mistake, they just punished them heavily, and now the lead is on the side of Philippines a little bit. The turtle is more than important for Cartesi to have at this point because aside from the bonus damage you also have that shield for the turtle for about 2 minutes, which means that he's a little bit tankier now when that's the team fight that's gonna happen. So for Team Myanmar, I think that they have to minimize those errors if they want to transition into the late game with good farm on Yellow Flash, on Royal Make, as well as Sham. They need to minimize their mistakes, but another mistake happened in there as the Jawhead is gonna be caught by Philippines red-handed.
Yeah, that is, I guess, a miscommunication for Team Myanmar. They wanted this Jawhead to give information, actually show where the players of Team Philippines are, but then again, he was actually killed by the Philippines. Here we can see on our screens, we have 6.9k gold, almost 7k for Cartesi on his Lancelot. That is an edge for him though. And what's good about Team Philippines is they're actually taking down turrets, or actually damaging the turrets of Team Myanmar, which isolates this Bruno to get all the gold that he needs if they're really transitioning for the late game. We have we can see here players of Team Philippines actually zoning out this bot inside, while the Thams is just a taking objective. We have Flap TZ, known to be the backup player of Team Philippines, taking down a second-tier turret against Myanmar.
Onto the top, that's like you said, Flap TZ. This is how he plays when he's playing the Thams. You can see him is split pushing so much, but when he plays something like the Esmeralda before, he fights for the team. But this is equally good for Philippines as they are already part here around the first tier turret of Myanmar. Want to go against Yellow Flash. Lusty charging the jump. Will he commit it? Yes, he can, but he doesn't reach Yellow Flash. Inside for the damage from Lancelot. It's gonna be enough for Philippines. Double kill coming out from the Thams as he bites Yellow Flash in the neck with his molten sights. Philippines have taken 3. Might be just taking a tier 1 turret in the bottom lane, or transfer to the Lord, where that's the better exchange for them. Royal Milk is gonna be taken out for sure. That's killing spree for Flap TZ. This guy with the Thams already up by so much.
Oh, really good. Yeah, bravado for Team Philippines actually taking down Yellow Flash. We've been talking about Yellow Flash earlier, that it's difficult for Philippines to dive in for him or actually take them. But again, he kills them. He kills him. They kill him, and they take down this Lord. Objective after another objective for Team Philippines onto this game. We have 34k gold against the 30k gold of Team Myanmar. For Philippines, what's good about this team is they know which lane they should go for them to be able to focus on the other lanes of Team Myanmar. For Myanmar, they should be mindful, or actually they need Hiccup to activate his prowess in terms of damage or even the crowd control against Philippines. So far, we haven't seen those outstanding plays coming from the Louis, but then again, few is done with that unstoppable force coming in from Royal Milk. Although the Lord is on the top lane side, we see the aggressiveness of Team Philippines here on the bottom lane. They're just going for the turrets. They're just taking down turrets against Team Myanmar.
This is Philippines doing what they're doing in the previous game. They're controlling the map. They're not letting Myanmar farm. The Yellow Flash is he had a good time, but it's not as good as what the Lancelot is having at this point. Still have to be careful though if you're Philippines. This is still a Bruno that bites so much. If you get caught up, you're gonna be taken out. Then again, Philippines, they have so much engaged potential. Like, for example, they can start with Lusty. Even if Lusty dies, it's okay. If he starts and catches Yellow Flash, prompts the Purify first, there's a follow-up stun from Few on the Selena. And then you also have the export. You'll have many ways to sacrifice yourself and put the bodies in front of Myanmar, so that Kartizi as well as Flap TZ will be able to kill them in the end, to finish off the kill. So if there's going to be a high ground battle now, or sorry, it's not a high ground, it's a base defense from Myanmar, I think Philippines can still win it, but they will have to sacrifice some deaths. If I'm wrong, they will take this cleanly. But if I'm right, I think I'm going to see Philippines drop some bodies, but it's okay because they'll still eliminate Myanmar if they execute properly.
Yeah, speaking of which, I guess for Team Philippines to take down actually the crucial heroes or the most important players of Team Myanmar, they need Lusty or the Skufra to dive in just to be the sacrificial lamb in terms of team fight. For Myanmar though, they have the Atlas that actually does the counter initiation. I'm just feeling that Royal Milk should be mindful of his positioning in terms of the map, because we could see him actually being taken down by Team Philippines on a very crucial part of the game. So we don't want to see that if Team Myanmar wants to turn the tables around against Team Philippines, because the more he dies, the more that is going to be difficult for them to counter out this Lancelot, because he is the only counter for this Lancelot to be taken down for Myanmar.
And so it's not impossible for Myanmar to win this. I'm telling you that. But I'm not saying that
Okay, though, For Team Philippines, it's gonna be this immortality for the Lancelot. Whichever if he goes in for the dive, it's gonna be a good thing for them. But then again, here comes the last insanity for Rebo. He kills Yellow Flash, so there is no damager for Team Philippines. For Team Myanmar onto this game. Hiccup with that vacuum, the damage is just there. But then again, for Myanmar, the DPS is just lacking. Hiccup is down as well. We have 10-17 for the score. All the players of Philippines still alive for this game number 2. Rebo pops the immortality. Sam is just there defending their base or inhibitor turrets, but the Lord is now up onto this game. We have DK for the immortality though. Lassie comes in for the dive. DK for the counter initiation. They're not gonna go. He doesn't have the much damagers here from Myanmar. While this is happening though, we could see that Sam's actually taking this Lord against Myanmar. Sam being the Uranus that is known to be the hero that is known for the sustain. And 2 tanky players, all the players of Myanmar now alive onto this game. It's going to be 10-17 for the score. Carl TZ low on life, but he is able to escape that one. Flap TZ on the Sea Halberd. We have Royal Milk taking down few, but then again, we have the Lord onto the side of Team Philippines. That is already an edge for them. I guess if this Lord marches down in the middle lane, that is the time where Few is alive for Team Philippines. Royal Milk in a disposition onto the series of events. He is done against Team Philippines. We have Lusty getting ready for the initiation, although the Lancelot is far away with the sword onto the side of Team Philippines. Lusty on the sidelines getting ready for the initiation, guys. We're just waiting for the damagers, but Team Myanmar having this Bruno for this lineup, they will successfully take this Lord down against Team Philippines. We have 10k gold. I guess for this Bruno, it's going to be this immortality to complete his item, so it will be difficult for the Lancelot to burst down in terms of team fight. 18-11 is the score, guys. We have 13k. We have the Queen Swings here for the Lancelot. We saw him earlier building that immortality. It's a matter of time for Myanmar to turn things around, but here comes the diving, guys. Carl TZ is almost low on life. Then again, it's gonna be 3 versus 4. Abyssal Arrow catches this Louis. Lusty is almost down. He pumps that immortality, but we have Flap TZ stepping up on that team fight while Rebo goes in for that last insanity. Sam is still alive. This Team Philippines, they're just aggressive. They're taking this inhibitor turrets against Team Myanmar. DK and Sam again defending their base, while Team Philippines is complete for the series of events. They might or they can win this game. They just need to be focused on the objectives. Speaking of objectives, they will take down DK, which is the Atlas. We have 10 seconds before the Royal Milk and Hiccup goes alive to defend their base. We have Carl TC going in for the turret push. It's going to be a GG push for Team Philippines. It's going to be 2-0 for the series against Myanmar.
Oh, wow. I hope you did catch your breath, Chantel, on that match, because you were